There will come a time when you realize that peace is not something found in noise, crowds, or the opinions of others. It's something you build quietly within, brick by brick, every time you choose yourself, every time you say no to what drains you and yes to what feeds your soul, even if the world doesn't understand it. Because we spend so much of our lives chasing validation, approval, applause, thinking that if we're loved by others, we'll finally love ourselves. But that's a dangerous illusion, because the truth is, the most powerful love, the most unshakable confidence, comes when you learn to stand with yourself, even when no one else does. When you stop abandoning yourself just to belong to places that never deserved you. And yes, it's lonely at first, terrifying even, because silence reveals what noise hides, your wounds, your regrets, your insecurities. But it also reveals your strength, your clarity, and your truth. And in that silence, you'll hear your real voice, the one that was buried beneath all the lies you were told about who you should be, how you should live, what you should want. And that's when your real life begins. Not the one dictated by fear, not the one lived for others, but the one designed by courage, shaped by your own hands, your own standards, your own definition of success. Because life isn't about becoming what others expect. It's about becoming who you truly are, unfiltered, unafraid, unchained. And yes, you'll lose people on this journey, people who liked the version of you that was easy to control, easy to predict, easy to please. But what you gain in return is priceless. Authenticity, integrity, and a deep, quiet joy that doesn't scream for attention, but radiates from the inside out. And if you're wondering whether it's worth it to walk away from the familiar, even if it means walking alone, let me tell you this. There is no greater feeling than waking up in a life that feels like yours. Not one borrowed from others or patched together by pressure, but one that reflects your truth, your pace, your rhythm. Because what's the point of living a life that looks good on the outside, but feels empty on the inside? What's the point of fitting in if you have to lose yourself to do it? You weren't born to fit into a mold, you were born to break them, to rise beyond the limits others tried to place on you, to be the exception, not the rule. And the people who truly love you will never require you to shrink, to stay silent, to sacrifice your peace for their comfort. They'll celebrate your growth even when it pulls you in a different direction. And those who don't, let them go with grace, because your soul knows what it needs, and sometimes peace comes not from addition, but subtraction. And I know letting go is hard. It means mourning dreams you had with people who can't walk with you into your future. It means grieving the old version of yourself that tolerated less because you didn't know your worth. It means facing uncertainty without guarantees. But growth doesn't come with guarantees. It comes with decisions, with risk, with faith. And if you wait until you're fearless, you'll never move. So stop waiting. Start choosing yourself, not just when it's easy, not just when others approve, but especially when it's hard, especially when it means standing alone. Because the truth is, you can survive anything, even heartbreak, even rejection, even rock bottom. What you can't survive is a life where you betray your own soul every day just to be accepted by people who don't even see you. And when you finally understand that, when you stop asking, will they stay, and start asking, will I still respect myself if I stay? You become free. Not the kind of freedom that comes from having no responsibilities, but the kind that comes from having boundaries, from knowing what you will and will not allow, from knowing that your energy is sacred and your time is precious and your life is yours to protect. And the world will try to convince you otherwise, that you're selfish for choosing peace, arrogant for knowing your worth, difficult for having standards. But don't let them trick you into shrinking back into a version of you that died for a reason. Let them misunderstand you. Let them talk. Let them go. Because one day, you'll look back and thank yourself for not settling, for not staying where you were merely tolerated, for not shrinking into silence when your voice wanted to rise, for not watering down your magic just to be digestible. And you'll realize that the real glow-up was never about looks, success, or status. It was about healing, evolving, and becoming so aligned with your truth that peace became your default, not chaos. And from that place, everything changes, not overnight, but gradually, beautifully, and permanently. Because when you become whole within, you stop chasing what drains you and start attracting what matches you. Friendships that uplift, love that honors, work that inspires, and a life that feels like freedom. And when people ask how you did it, how you became so strong, so peaceful, so sure, you'll smile, because they'll never know the silent battles you fought, the lonely nights you endured, the countless moments you wanted to give up but didn't. And you'll know that everything, every tear, every heartbreak, every failure was not in vain, but part of the process that led you here, to yourself, to peace, to truth. And in that moment, you'll finally understand. Choosing yourself wasn't selfish, it was sacred.